So when was the decision made on calling it quits here?
I'd say probably a couple of days ago. And then from there, we tried to get our words together to address the media, things like that.
And what was sort of the final deciding factor that made you say, okay, we have to end this here?
I couldn't really help the team the way that the team needed, the way that I wanted to help the team. So, I mean, Coach Beeline really thought it was best, and I thought it was best. I really wanted to play. And it was a real tough decision, but we both thought it was best to shut it down.
You just kind of run out of time eventually, like a situation where even if you're able to play, it's too late to work your way back into the rotation.
Yeah, I think that played a role, I think. With there being only one regular season game left and then postseason play, I think our time was definitely running out, yeah.
How hard is it to watch this play out, and they're struggling to make the tournament, and you could help if you were healthy?
It's tough, especially with it being my senior year, last go at things. But I'm really proud of the way the team has played this far. We're still one game away. I think if we get this next game, then we're in. But, I mean, like I said, I'm proud of the way, Muhammad has really played. He's my position. He's really grown the past couple of games and weeks. So I'm really proud of the way the team's progressed.
How did you feel going into that Purdue game, and what happened in that game that ended up, relapsing the issue?
Well, I felt good going into the game. There was still some slight pain, but I talked to the doctors and Coach B, and they thought it was, it was safe to kind of push through it a little bit. But I kind of had a little kind of mishap in the game where it wasn't too serious, but it gave me like a lot of pain. So we tried to shut it down a couple more weeks, and like you said, we kind of ran out of time a little bit.
Are you still holding off saying exactly what the injury was?
Yeah, we thought it was best to disclose that.
Have you had any sort of feedback from NBA people as far as whether it would be important to have gotten back out there and proved yourself, and what they're kind of thinking right now?
I haven't really, but the coaches, they were behind me with every decision that I was going to make. Whether I wanted to go out there or whether I wanted to shut it down for the year. They just wanted to make sure that it was the best for my future.
Do you have any thoughts on how different this year might have been for this team? Have you and Spike been healthy all year?
Yeah, definitely. As you can see, seniors are a big part of college basketball this year. I really think Spike and myself could have helped the team out a lot this year had we have been healthy.
Is this a situation where you feel like you'll be ready to do workouts for the NBA, or do you think you might have to have a procedure or something like that before that's possible?
Yeah, I don't think I'll have to have any procedure done. Hopefully I'll be ready. I'm going to take a couple weeks off to really get healthy and then try to go at it again, try to train for the combine.
What has been Coach Beeline's role in this whole thing of trying to maybe keep your spirits up or just help you along?
I mean, Coach B has really encouraged Spike and myself to take on more of a coaching role throughout the process. And like I said, that's rewarding to see guys step up and play well in big games and things like that. So I think that's been the main thing, keeping us going, just helping the guys out any way we can.
When you think back to being in the Final Four as a freshman, I mean, what is it like to remember that? How long ago does it feel like? And I know this isn't the way you wanted to end your career, but
yeah,
are you grateful for having had that experience, maybe more now than maybe you even were at the time?
Yeah, I definitely think so. That was the first year of college. It feels like last week. It all goes by really fast, but I'm really grateful for those experiences that we had there.
Is it tough not to have a what could have been thought process in your mind, given that you were part of that class and that these last 2 years really have been wiped out for you?
Yeah, definitely. The injuries have really wiped a lot of games out and things like that. But you can only focus on the present and the future. You can't really look back on the past.
How often do you talk to those guys that were there in Atlanta in spring of 2013 and talk about, maybe do you ever talk about what might have been?
No, we don't really talk about what might have been, but those guys are like my brothers. We talk very often, especially the guys in my class, like Nick, Glenn, and Mitch. We talk to those guys like every other week.
With all the injuries the last couple of years, it's tough to kind of judge where the program's at. Where do you think it's at?
I think we're still moving in the right direction. We've had to adjust a lot to you know, me and Spike getting injured the past couple of years. You know, that's a huge blow to the team. A lot of people don't see that, but I mean, we're the two oldest guys on the team. We've had the most experience on the team. We've played in the biggest games, and I think we've really adjusted well to those circumstances.
Is going through something like this as a senior, I mean, is it the type of thing you can learn from later in life, or you know, with your, whatever your next step ends up being?
Yeah, I definitely think so. You know, it tests your patience and your faith. And I think I've really grown a lot in those two areas. I still have a lot of growing to do, but you know, like I said, you can't really look to the past. You can only try to learn from situations.